Remain standing for a moment of silence. The meeting for Hammond Redevelopment Commission for January the 2nd, 2013 will begin on time at 4:30. Roll call, please.
As long as they keep me on the thing.
Here.
Here. Here.
Here.
Yeah.
4 commissioners present.
Turn it in, but I can't remember.
Number 4, declaration of conflict of interest.
Number 3.
No. Organizational meeting.
Did you want to do that?
Yes,
do?
let's do that.
Madam President, do you want me to conduct the
Would you
organization?
be so kind?
Okay. At this time, I would open or hear a motion for the position of President of the Hammond Redevelopment Commission for the calendar year 2013.
So move.
Well, I need you to name some.
Okay. I'd like to nominate for president for 2013, our current president, Jimmy Lambert.
Okay, hearing that motion to nominate Jimmy Lambert, is there a second?
Second.
Are there any other motions or nominations? Hearing none, we could have a roll call vote on the election of Jimmy Lambert as president.
Yes.
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 Passes 4-0. You want me to continue, or you want to take the reins?
Go right ahead.
Okay. Opening the floor for nominations or motions for the position of vice president for the calendar year 2013.
I would like to nominate Tony Hoffrich for vice president for 2013.
Second. Any other motions or nominations other than Mr. Hoffrich for the position of vice president for the calendar year 2013? Hearing none, we'll close the nominations and have a roll call vote.
Yes.
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 Did Miriam vote on that one? Was that 5-0?
5-0, yes. She voted.
5-0. And lastly, for the position of secretary, I would open the floor for nominations or a motion on that position for the calendar year 2013.
Commissioners, I meant to speak to Commissioner Soto Presley before she walked in, but secretary is a position where you're going to be signing a lot of papers, obviously. Commissioner Soto Presley knows that, and Commissioner Lambert, President Lambert knows that as well. I would suggest that as secretary, potentially we have Commissioner Navejas do it, only because she's closer and it's a lot easier, and then we don't have to worry about, I don't want to say bothering other redevelopment commissioners to find them at certain times during the day for a signature. And I want to talk to Commissioner Soto Presley. She was secretary last year, make sure she's comfortable with that, but really looking out of convenience to have somebody, sometimes we need a signature and we need one fast. And Commissioner Navejas, we know she's located here. I don't think there's any other benefit of being secretary other than you have to sign some documents from time to time. So I'm open to hearing comment from Commissioner Soto Presley. I'm just giving my opinion.
It's never an inconvenience for me to sign papers for our constituents. And the school district where I teach consider it an honor for me to, because I know there have been occasions where they've had to come to my school where I'm teaching. So as far as doing it I'm just down the street. But if you're more comfortable with it, that's fine.
Well, it's on the commissioners. And like I said, I have no problem it's fine if you keep it the way it was, that really, just trying to make it easier for,
But as far as, it, you know, everybody has my numbers, everybody has my addresses. My school is just down the street, so.
that's absolutely fine then. That, you know, and
I mean,
that's,
unless,
I'm comfortable with that.
Unless Commissioner Navejas has you have a comment?
I'm fine with
Yeah.
No, I never even spoke to her about it. I'm just bringing it up.
Oh,
This is the
okay.
first time
Yeah,
she's heard about
This is
this.
the first I've heard of it, too.
Yes,
Yeah.
this is the first.
I thought actually not to bother you if you're teaching or something along those
You
lines.
don't bother me. My building principal and my superintendent consider it an honor that I'm there and that I'm able to serve my community in the capacity that I serve my community, in a teaching capacity and a political capacity for our constituents. It's not a problem for me.
Good enough for me.
Okay.
Okay, that said, I'm opening the floor for motion or a nomination for the position of secretary.
I make a motion to retain Commissioner Philip Presley.
I'll second that.
Are there any other motions or nominations? Hearing none, we'll close the nominations, and Cynthia, if you can have a roll call vote.
Yes.
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 Motion passes 5-0. Congratulations to next year's officers.
Gracias.
What? There's no treasurer.
I think we're supposed to.
Oh, we did?
Yeah, I think we're.
Okay. Well, we'll add that item to the agenda then, with your permission, Madam President.
Please do so.
The position of treasurer, which isn't listed in the agenda, but historically we've had. I would open the floor for nominations or a motion for the office of treasurer for the calendar year 2013.
I'd like to nominate Commissioner Greg Myers for treasurer.
Second.
Thank you.
Are there any other motions or nominations? Hearing none, we'll close the nominations for treasurer, and we'll have a roll call vote on Mr. Myrick.
Yes.
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 Motion passes 5-0. Now, congratulations to all the office holders for next year.
Congratulations. We're still here. Okay. Now we'll go to number 4, declaration conflict of interest. Okay, there is none. Number 5, communications. Number 6, minutes, December 18, 2012.
Madam President,
Yes, Commissioner.
I'd like to make a motion to accept the December 18th, 2012 minutes.
Thank you.
Second.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
I wasn't here, so am I permitted to vote? Just,
You can abstain if you want.
okay, yeah, then I choose to do that, because I wasn't here.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, motion passes. 4 yes, 1 abstain. Number 7, homebound conditional forgivable loan approval. Mr. Isaac Hernandez.
Happy New Year's, Commissioners. Congratulations to the 2013 Commissioners. Isaac Hernandez did withdraw from the program this morning, so we do not have any homebound applicants today.
Okay. Number 8, approval of subordination request for George Peterson.
This is for an approval of a subordination request for George Peterson, 818 170th Street. He is present today.
Welcome, George.
This is just for a refinance. It's just lowering his interest rate.
Yeah, it looks like a decent rate that you got there. Congratulations on that.
Very good.
Lord, it's pretty good too, about $160.
Yay, we love that.
Very good. Is this fixed, may I ask? Awesome. Any good questions?
Madam President,
Yes, Commissioner.
I make a motion for approval of the subordination request for Mr. George Peterson of 818 170th Street in Hammond.
Second.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Yes.
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 Yes. Motion passes. All commissioners' approval.
Thank you.
Thank you. Number 9, determination of compliance for Decker Truck Line, Inc., located at 729 131st Place with the North Hammond Plan.
Commissioners, Robert Groh is here from the Pangier Corporation to speak a little bit about the project, so if he wants to come on up, give you a synopsis of the project.
As well as Tom. I've got a cold, so he's here as backup if my voice goes.
Gotcha.
Tom Walker from Decker Trucking. He's the regional manager.
Welcome, Tom.
Basically, what we're doing over there, it's an existing metal building. It's a shop. They do maintenance on over-the-road trucks. They run a regional truck terminal out of there, long-distance haulers throughout the Midwest and the East Coast and West Coast. The basis of the building addition is right now they have shipping containers outside with parts and heavy equipment and fork trucks and bobcats, things they use to change the big tires in some cases, as well as parts and tires and jacks. So what they wanted to do is clean it up, take out the containers, make a little 20-foot wide addition against the shop on the east wall so that the parts are inside out of the sight lines, as well as a little bit of an office addition for the shop foreman. Because basically he's in the office now. They're trying to get him over to the shop with windows to the shop, coordinate activities there. The building is right now for about 48, 49 feet off the 52 feet off the property line. So the 22-foot addition would bring us over to about 28 feet off the east property line, which is a fenced line with the slats in it. Basically, the lots were subdivided from the existing owner about 8, 9 years ago.
Yes.
And Alton Trucking, it's a trucking terminal over there as well. So this building will encroach upon that and be about 28 feet where the code asks for us to stay 40 feet off, which would kind of make the building too small for its intended purposes. The north and the south sides of the building have overhead doors going through them for the trucks to pull through. Imagine sort of like a Jiffy Lube for semis. You know, they pull through, do brake maintenance, inspections. On the west side of the property line is their office building. So there's really no place to attach this. They're about a 5-acre site, so they have about 200 feet on the west, 240 feet on the south, on the north, about 90 feet out to the street on the south side. So it's a pretty small building in a big asphalt area, less the landscape area. So the intention is to kind of get approval to go ahead with the final drawings and get state permits and applications. We've gone and met with and sent emails back and forth with Fire Chief O'Pinker, the city engineer, and as well as Kurt Cook, as far as are there any violations with the firewall or do they have any problems getting equipment around. None of them have any objections. Those are attached into this as well. It's going. And in addition to that, over the year, this year, they've re-roofed the existing shop in the office. And the intention, one of the intentions is it's an ongoing project, is to move the shop foreman out of that office, kind of common wall, over into this new area, because they also want to remodel their office, their bathrooms, and make room for a couple additional office employees in there as well.
You're talking about, you have a fence around your...
Correct.
What type of fence do you have around there?
Chain link, and then it has those slats that
Okay,
go through.
very good. And I see goals and objective. I see promote new employment opportunities for local residents. That's something we're always looking for when companies, improve or move in.
Oh, yeah.
We appreciate that.
And Thompson has just told me today they're looking to put on 3 more additional truck drivers.
Wonderful. Thank you. Have any more questions, commissioners? Discussion?
Commissioners, the city planner, Brian Pullen, could not be here for medical reasons. You can see in his letter, if you read through it, him and I have looked at the project. We're happy, we made a couple requests, some landscaping requests that they were happy to look at, and so we're very satisfied. And if you look at the last line of Brian's letter, he is recommending that the Redevelopment Commission determine that this project is in compliance with the North Hammond Redevelopment Plan, subject to the approval of the side yard variance.
Any discussions, commissioners? Questions?
How long has, company been here in Hammond?
I didn't hear you, Commissioner.
How long has, Decker been here in Hammond?
Decker, we've been in Hammond for approximately 10 years, 10, 11 years right now.
Okay.
We moved into this location about nine years ago.
And the original, was this new 10 years ago, or did you move from somewhere else?
We moved from a different location. We were actually on Sheffield Avenue at one time.
Thank you.
Madam President, if you're going to follow Mr. Poland's recommendation, the motion would be to determine that the project is in compliance with the North Hammond Redevelopment Plan, conditioned on the approval of the side yard variance by the Board of Zoning Appeals, which is upcoming later this month.
So move.
I second that.
Any more discussion? Roll call, please.
Yes.
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 Yes, the motion passes. All commissioners present.
Thank you very much for your help, everybody, in this work.
Thank you.
Just send us a note, let us know when it's done, and we want to drive by and see it.
Okay, great.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Number 10, report.
Oh, I'm sorry. Just a couple things. First of all, Happy New Year to all the commissioners. Looking forward to another exciting year. Just a few small things. One is the City of Hammond, or our Redevelopment Commission, will be putting out a request for proposals for property at the Oxbow Landing site, AKA River Park, which is something we had done probably about 5 or 6 years ago. And we're at that stage again now that we have the construction of the new road, Carlson Drive, and we have a number of users that we think are interested in purchasing. So we're going to put out the RFP and see what kind of interest we get. So we'll be having some information on that real soon. Secondly, the city, as you may recall, I think I spoke about it last year, has a sister city agreement with a city in China called Shahe. And beyond the agreement, we want to find what type of benefits we can get from just a happy kind of fluff agreement with a city in China. How can we use this relationship with this international city to bring more jobs to the city of Hammond, to bring economic development benefit, and even to potentially help businesses that are currently in Hammond expand their services? So what we did is we scheduled a meeting on January 10th with the Hammond Contractors Group, and we're bringing in our liaison. His name is Highway Yuan, and he is basically our consultant. He's working with the city of Hammond. He's working with the city of Shahe. And we're going to meet with the Hammond Contractors Group and just have a discussion with them and say, what potentially can we do to help you guys with expanding your services, as I mentioned. So that meeting is going to happen here in a little over a week. We're excited about it. I know the Hammond Contractors Group, they've already received emails, and they're trying to think of some things that they'd like us to take to Shahe and ask about, and we're going to see what benefit we get from it. So I just wanted to bring that up as well. That meeting is coming. Other than that, I'll be happy to take any questions.
Anything from Woodmar? Excuse me. Anything from Woodmar?
Recently, no. not heard anything from Woodmar recently. I know they were working with the building department, trying to obtain a permit. I think it was either a building permit or occupancy permit for one of the other, outlets in the new building that they constructed, and I don't know exactly where they're at with that. They were working with the building department, as I said.
I wanted you to repeat the name of the city in China.
It's-
I hear Shaha, but I'm sure that's wrong.
Well, the spelling, no, you said it right. The spelling is a little different. The spelling is S-H-A-H-E,
Okay.
and it is pronounced Shaha. And I want to say, I hope I'm not way off, but it's kind of central China, you know, where you have Beijing up north, you've got Guangzhou down south. We're kind of in the middle, a little closer to the southern end than the northern end, Shaha is. And actually, we have a video of the trip that we had when we sent a delegation over, including the mayor, and I know he blogged in the newspaper, and a lot of people were interested. But the one thing we didn't want to do is just end it with a piece of paper with signatures on it, and, you know, we wanted to really get some real benefit from that agreement, and that's what we're trying to accomplish now by taking this to the next step. I hope to have the first success story here in the next, 6 months. And then once you have one, you can expand on that. So that's what we're trying to accomplish.
How is the downtown Holman Avenue quarter, how is that coming?
Everything's still looking positive in downtown. We have, we're still working with the group out of Illinois that bid on the Harris Bank building. So we're trying to finalize the agreement with them. As you know, we had the RFP for property. I don't know how you want to describe it, but it's basically in the square where we have the new parking lot. It's the western end of that property. We had a response from somebody who wants to build another outlet mall, but he wants to put his restaurant in there, a new restaurant, so we're excited about that. And then there's a couple other projects that are occurring. There's across the street, just east of Strachan Van Til's, there's been vacant land there owned by a private, an individual. And I believe they're finalizing the sale of that property, and you're going to see something happen there in the near future as well. So things are still progressing.
Phil, about a year and a half ago, you mentioned something about the Stube building, and we're going to put a restaurant or something. Whatever happened to that?
Which building?
Stube.
Oh, the Straub?
Straub?
Okay.
Microboard.
You're close.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever happened with that?
The owner of the Straub building is the same owner of the club across the street, Aquavore. And I think he put that project on hold for now. He has not, he was looking for a different user for that building as of recently. I haven't spoken to him probably in a month or two. But I think he put those plans on hold for now, and he was seeing if there was a better use. And I think because if you drive by there, I think there's signs on the building that say it's for sale or lease.
Mm-hmm.
So, why he didn't move forward with the restaurant project, I can't tell you 100%. But I know he also has projects that he's working on in Indianapolis. So I think he's put more of his focus there for right now. And, he's still trying to draw interest for the Straub building, and we'll see what happens.
Any more questions?
Well, the other businesses or whatever he's trying to draw to that building are not just for a restaurant business. They're for just,
He's got a real estate broker listing it, and basically, he's looking for any type of business that would be appropriate for the zoning in that area. So I wouldn't say he's definitely not restricting it to just a restaurant.
I was kind of excited about that.
That makes 2 of us, or makes 6 of us. I would think everybody would be. Anytime you can have new restaurants in downtown. Of course, you have Raimundo Garcia, who I think he's getting close to finalizing his restaurant in downtown Hammond, so that's exciting. It's on Holman Avenue, the cross street might be Sibley, I don't want to mess, is it Sibley and Holman? I think he's getting close to finishing his project, and then we will have another new restaurant in downtown. That'll be exciting.
Any more discussion? Any more questions? So on.
You're welcome.
Ms. Miller?
City Council approved our CDBG budget as part of their last order of business in December. Our action plan, along with our budget, is due to HUD by February the 15th. So our program year will start April the 1st. The 2013 MLK celebration will take place on January the 21st. 6:45 a.m. is the lineup. The speaker for that morning will be Mr. Roland Parrish. The theme is Perfecting the Dream. This year, the city is having a community youth choir for ages 7 through 18. So if you know any students of that in that age group, please tell them that the rehearsal will be at New Hope Baptist Church, 1117 Merrill Street, Friday the 4th, January the 4th, and Friday the 18th. Both, it will start at 6 o'clock on both days.
Could you repeat the dates again, please?
Friday the 4th, which is this Friday, and then Friday the 18th for ages 7 through 18. I don't know if any of you had an opportunity to drive past the Harrison Park yet, but they're doing, they had to stop because of the weather now, but they got the concrete in and they got the post in before the weather changed. So I'm excited about that. That project should be complete by spring of 2013. Haven House Board is setting a ribbon cutting for the transitional shelter that's located on Ames Street. So once I get that information from that board, then I'll definitely let you know. You'll definitely all be invited.
Wonderful.
I have a question about the choir.
Okay.
So, the choir that they're setting up is a citywide choir?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. They had their first rehearsal on the 28th, and they had about 28 students that participated. So they sent invitations to all the area schools and churches.
Dad, when did that go out, if I might?
It went out mid-December.
Well, I'm glad you told us, because I know a lot of very talented.
Yeah, so it's going to be really nice. They're doing a really good job.
Well, wonderful, I'm excited. Yay, okay.
Any more questions for Ms. Miller? I'd like to recognize our lovely councilwoman, Janet Vanez. Thank you.
Happy New Year.
to you. Okay, Mr. Radowski's not here. You have anything for Dennis? Nothing for Dennis? Well, tell him we miss him, okay? Thank you very much. Okay, pay some bills.
Madam President,
Yes.
I make a motion to pay the register of claims for December 13th, 2012 through December 28th, 2012. Claim number R47892 through R47937.
I'll second that.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Yes.
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 Yes, motion passes, all commissioners present. Number 12, new and unfinished business. New and unfinished business, seeing there is none. Number 13, comment, public comments, 3 minutes, please.
I want to congratulate y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
February 2013.
Okay. Number 14.
Madam President,
Yes,
I'd
Commissioner.
like to make a motion to adjourn.
I second that.
Thank you, all in favor?
Aye.
Before we leave, Jake would like to take a photo of us up here, of the